Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My soaps are located at PurpleButterfly-soaps.myshopify.com, my blog, PurpleButterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I discovered a button on my bread making machine. It says jam. And I've never used it to make jam. And I had some grapes that were getting a little old, so instead of throwing them out, I'm going to turn them into jam. So we have red seedless grapes. I took all the vines and stems off of it, rinsed them real good, and I put them in my Ninja. And I found out the difference between jam, jelly, preserves, and marmalade is the juice. If you're making jelly, okay, the person that I seen do this with grapes, because I had grapes, so I looked up grape jam, they were straining the pulp away from the juice and then turning that into jam. That's jelly. Jam has the pulp, the skin, the juice, all of the elements in it. Preserves are the same as jam, except for you're using whole fruits instead of pieces of or finely chopped. Marmalade is the same thing as jam, except for you're using citrus, and instead of the skin, you're using the peel. So, yeah. I'm going to turn this into a semi-liquid, and then we're going to put it in the bread machine under jam. Oh, look up if I turn the power on. So that gives me this. You see all those little pieces? That's going in there too. Okie dokie. This is the container or the bread pan that we're going to cook it in. Oh, I'm going to need a spatula. Hold on. Let me pour this off first. Oh, good. I was concerned it wasn't going to fit in there because of how many grapes there was, but once we got blended down, yeah, no issues. Oh, I didn't put the pedal in. Hold on. Pedal is basically the thing that makes it work. And because I didn't put the pedal in, I'm going to have to pour that off. So, basically, we're starting over from this point. Oh, and also I'm going to add some sugar. The recipe I seen said 1.5 cups of sugar. I have a small container of sugar. I don't know if it's actually 1.5 cups, but I'll just go ahead and pour it in. Okay. It would help if you could see what I'm doing, huh? Now, because I forgot to put the paddle in, which is this piece here, I'm going to pour all the juice that I just put from the blender into this bowl. access to the pedal. It goes in a keyed fashion, so it could only go in one way. Just push all this down, so that way all of it gets processed. And then we're going to pour this juice back in here. I do stuff like this over the sink, so that way if I spill, it only goes into the sink instead of on my floor. A little trick I learned a long time ago, because I was a klutz and a clumsy girl growing up, and that's how I avoided making messes. Now, we're going to come over here to the bread machine. Lock that in place. And then I'm going to plug it in. And then, menu. Jam is number 9. Start. And it'll take an hour and 20 minutes. Well, I hit the start button. So at some point in time, I should do something. I hear it. It's heating up. So after it's done heating up, I'm assuming it's going to spin it around and cook it and all of that good stuff. So I'll bring you back. It's making little noises. Sooner or later it's going to start moving. So yeah. But I can feel from the heating element there's heat coming up. So I'm assuming I should close this so it can preserve all the heat and do what it needs to do. Yeah, I almost forgot to add the sugar. So I sprinkled what looked like a cup or two of sugar in there. So yeah, if that's not enough, I can always add sugar later. It started. Well, the machine turned off, so let's take a look at it. Yay. Now it has to set up and get thicker.